Good morning, my friends. It's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis where I am journeying through my 40s and I am working oh so hard to get my poop in a group. In order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health, and today's video is going to be a physical health journey. Today, we are going to be budgeting out the money that you see above my head, 1626. It's an even number. I don't know how that worked out. But this is just a rollover from last week. I received a paycheck last week, so I don't have a paycheck this week. So even though this is the first budget of the month of December, and it's actually on the 1st, I have to roll it over from last week because I don't have a paycheck this week. So we are going to be budgeting out $1,626 almost exactly, because technically I want to close out last month's budget, and I will do that by budgeting out this money today. Um, so we're going to get really, really close to zero today to close this out, and then next week when I get my next paycheck, we will do it again. So I have, when I shrink myself up into the corner, you will see that it's going to look like I have a couple of overspent categories. I don't. It's just the first of the month, so YNAB thinks like a couple of bills have already cleared. They haven't. It's going to think my two insurances have already paid. So, without further ado, I'm going to shrink myself so I don't forget because for those of you who are not new, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you. Um, November's over. Did you get all your shopping done? It was my goal to get all of my Christmas shopping done in November, and I did. I spent so much money. So much money, but I'm done. I got it all done, and whew, but yeah. And for those of you who are not new, I can't see myself. I can't see myself. Welcome. I'm so excited that you're here, but you can see me on the screen. I can't see what you see. And it's happened before where I forgot to shrink myself. And so I couldn't post the video because I just talked over the whole thing and you couldn't see a thing I was doing. So I'm going to go ahead and pause myself and get myself up into the corner and we'll get started on this budget. Okay, I'm back and I'm in the corner. So as I said, I'm going to budget out this money that you see. If you're new and you're wondering what app this is YNAB. It stands for You Need a Budget. This is how I digitally cash stuff my money. I am not a cash budgeter. I don't do well with cash. So I use this app to manage my money digitally so I can leave my money safely in the bank where I can't get to it because it's not safe in my hands. And I use credit cards and debit cards to spend my money. I do pay my credit cards off every Friday, and then I'm sorry, every Thursday, and then I track it here. And so this works just like a cash envelope stuffing method, except for I do it digitally. If you are interested in trying this out, I'm going to try to point out a couple of features as I go. If you want to try it out for yourself, there's a link in my description box below where you can try it out for 30 days, 34 days for free. And if you like it, great. If you try it and you've signed up with my link, you'll get an additional 30 days for free. So you'll get 64 days for free. If you don't like it, no muss, no fuss, no foul. It just goes away. You didn't put any credit card information in, so they can't accidentally charge you if you forget to cancel it. You just stop signing in and it goes away. I did see the comment, and I'm sorry, I forgot who it was that commented. I know it's somebody who comments regularly, that you tried it and it just, you couldn't figure out how to make everything balance. And I'm so sorry. I know that that happened to me one time when I first started, and I just did a fresh start and everything balanced out. And I'm going to respond to comments this evening. That's my plan. I don't have anything else going on this evening. Um, and I'll see if there's anything I can do. Maybe send me an email if you're comfortable sharing, and I will see if there's anything I can do to help you out. Or if you're just done, that's cool too. I know it's not for everybody, but it is something that happened to me, and it was just somewhere I had gotten something mixed up, and I had to do a fresh start, and it worked out for me. Um, but again, if it just doesn't work for you, that's also totally fine. It's not for everybody. I just know it works for me super well, and it helps me manage things. So again, if you want to try it out, it's completely free. If you do like it, you'll get 64 days for free total, and then they send me 30 days as a thank you for bringing them new customers. So That's all I'm going to say. The link is in the description. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, if you're not new, you'll know that I had put, I say I pay off all my credit cards on Thursdays, but I had put some no interest money on my Best Buy card, which I don't like doing, but I did do it. So I have to go and put that charge there. On my Best Buy card, I put $401. Where is Best Buy? I don't use it very often. There it is. $401. And oh, this is paid off. I never did that. And I gotta go find where I did it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause this so I can go look at my account information without sharing all of my account information to y'all because I should have looked this up first. I'm gonna go get that, put this in here, and then I will be right back and share that with y'all. Okay, so went ahead and put it in here as the transaction was $401.92. And I just told it that I did it on the last day of the month because if I put it earlier, then it thinks that the payments that I made to previous cards that I had actually made, that those were overspent, and they were not. So I put it on the last day of the month so that now this just counts as overspent. You see how it did not assign any money as available to pay to this card? If I had put it earlier in the month, then it would pull the money from other cards that I had paid toward this same category and put it toward this card because it was previous, like this payment, this charge was previous to those other charges, and it would say that the money was for this and the money that I paid toward those cards was actually overspent. I don't want that. I want this to be the overspent card. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense, but I want this to be an overspent because this is a no interest and I'm going to pay this one off over time. I actually have already set up auto payments to come out on the first of every month for $50. That will pay it off early. Once this holiday time is over, I'm going to just go ahead and pay it off. I just wanted to set it up so just in case something comes up, it's on auto payment and I don't forget about it. So I actually have a transaction coming out today for $50, and it will repeat every month for until it's paid off. Repeat monthly. So this is how you set up scheduled transactions, by the way, from my checking account, and it will be an inflow of $50 every month until this is paid off. So I'm going to go ahead and approve this. It's saying it's overspent because I haven't actually assigned the money to that yet, but I will here in just a moment. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to want to approve. Oh, I don't even have to approve it. I already did somehow. Okay, so this is all set, my Best Buy. So now when you go into Best Buy, it's going to show, in my car, my dog is going to bark. Well, now it's got an overspent, but it's going to show a balance of negative $351.52. This just means I have a balance on here, and it's, if we go back to November, Chad, honey, it's going to show it as a yellow. It's not even. My dog is not happy that other people walk on the sidewalks and they don't come up to the door. If those people were coming to the door, he would not bark at them because they're not shifty and hiding something because they're coming to the door. When I get packages delivered, he doesn't bark at those people because those people, those are nice. Those are friends because they're coming to the door. If they're walking on the sidewalk, those people are hiding something because those people aren't coming to the door. So that's my ferocious guard dog right there. He's a Great Pyrenees. He's giant. So all those little kids walking to school, because there's just an elementary school around the corner, those little kids are probably terrified of my house because my dog is big and he sounds big, but he's the friendliest dog ever. He just wants them to come to the door and pet him, and he's upset that they don't. And so I'm sorry that my dog is barking, but he's trying to get people to come pet him. That's what that is. Anyway, sorry. It should be showing a negative balance. I'm not sure why it's not, and honestly, my brain is all in knots this morning. Um, like I've said, this month I have one more week of tickets, y'all, and then hopefully by this time next week, by this time next week, I'll be on my last day of tickets and I'll hopefully be more functioning. Let's go ahead and just budget. I just wanted to show y'all how I entered that transaction and why, because I've been talking about it. But I wanted it for sure to show as an overspend and not to pull the money out of my holiday giving category because I wanted to assign it, um, the money to other things. While I'm in December still, I want to go ahead and assign my rent category because I technically pay it at the end of the month, even though it's due on the 1st. So this month for rent, I only owe $444.24. Because of that, it's fine. Because of that, it's just going to take it out of here. Um, that reimbursable that Nathan owed me, it comes off of what I owe him. So that's paid now. Let me just Y'all, I'm sorry. I am very discombobulated today, and I'm going to get my poop in a group right now. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're going to move this money. We're gonna move $444.24 back to week 1. And then I am going to go, there's no need to do this. I just don't like seeing red at the top of my screen. And then I'm going to go to November, and I'm going to move $444.24 to ready to assign. I'm going to move it to rent. I don't know why I can't see the top of my screen. Did that move it to rent? Yes, it did. And now, when I go into December, rent should be funded. Did that work? It did. I funded rent. Sweet. Now I can pay rent today. Okay, what I have to pay today, I'm going to cover my bills first. Normally I start with my weekly categories. I'm going to cover my bills first just because I want to get these done. So I have to pay, today goes from the 1st through the 7th, which is today, Friday, through next Thursday, the 7th. I have to cover my mom's insurance, which is $104.92. That is correct. It looks like it's already come out. It hasn't. It actually doesn't actually clear my account till like the 3rd normally, or the 4th. But I just tell YNAB that it comes out on the 1st. Normally my weeks don't start on the 1st, so this is unusual for me. And then my insurance, which is for the 2 cars, is $268.56. That also needs to come out. My YouTube Premium, that is for my personal YouTube channel, $15.14. My AFLAC, which is my supplemental cancer policy. My other AFLAC plans come out of my my paycheck before it even hits my account. But the cancer policy has my niece on it because when I signed up for that one from my previous employer, my niece was my dependent. She was only 16. Was she 16? Yeah, she was 16 when she came to live with me. And I signed up for that. And it covers your dependents until they are 26. So since she is still covered on this policy for free, it doesn't even charge for your dependents. I'm keeping this until she is 26. And then I'll see about switching to a new policy. But by that point, I will be 10 years older than I was when I signed up for this policy. So I don't know if it'll cost me even more to sign up for a different policy. So I might just keep this one and pay out of pocket. I don't know. My OneDrive, I am going to put $10 in here. Is that? Oh, that's on the 15th. That's my last one. The only other one I have to put money in OneDrive is not for this week, that's for next week, is Best Buy. I need to put $50 into here to cover the $50 that's going to come out of my account today. So it's still showing yellow because this is what I was expecting to see. Because I technically still owe more money on this card than I have budgeted to pay. Technically, I still owe another $351.92 on this card. And if you look at what I have, I technically could pay this card off, and I know some people are going to say I should, but it is a no interest finance card charge, and I do want to keep that money that I have in my savings challenge until at least the end of the year. And I know I've talked about this before, but some people are new. And then I want to move that money into my emergency fund because I don't have an emergency fund right now and I really want to have one. So I think that's my plan, is to do my savings challenge for the rest of this year and then move that money into an emergency fund. And it's not going to take me any time at all to pay off this Best Buy card. Once Christmas is over and I'm done with everything, I'm just going to pay this card off. I can probably pay it off by January, maybe February. I'm not worried about it. Um, and then I'll just go from there. Um, I don't like having done that, but the reason I did that is because I had those car repairs, and the car repairs were about $400. And car repairs happen, but because I didn't have an emergency fund and my car repair fund was only like $100, I just wasn't prepared for it. So that's one of the reasons I really want to get an emergency fund in place. So I'm going to get that emergency fund in place so that next time this happens, I have that. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. And I am more prepared. And so we're ready for it. Okay. Those are all of my bills. So now I'm going to go do my weekly categories. Dining out, y'all. Oh, I did go out to dinner last night. I forgot to put it in. I almost made it the whole week without going out to dinner. But a week of turkey, I was done, and I needed to go out for nachos last night. So I did. I had my nachos last night. I just forgot to put them in here. I'm sorry. But I almost made it the whole week without going out. Um, how much? I was $21 and let me look. Let's put the nachos in here because I totally forgot to do that last night. I got home last night. I went groceries. I went to HEB. I'm gonna put those in for this week. Um, but last night was the only night I could go because I was out of food. Y'all, it was just this week. Venmo is where I spent my money, and it was $21. I think it was 38 cents. I always put these in. I can't believe I didn't do this when I got home last night. 38 cents. $21.38 is what I spent last night at Hardin. And it was dining out. It was nachos. And it was $21.38. And this is how you enter a transaction into YNAB. It has not cleared yet, so I'm just going to leave it there. And that's that. So now we can see what I actually have. So I'm going to add $40 here because I add $40 every week. I did really well on my groceries. I had $15.10 left. Have add $100 every week to my groceries, $10 to my fund money, $60 to Ecclesial, that is my church donation, $40 for the donation, $20 to go out for a meal with my church group afterwards, $15 into coffee. I did put $50 into gas. I only add this money on paycheck weeks, which was last week. I did not end up needing to put any more gas into my car. $25 into self-care. Again, that's only on paycheck weeks. I am putting $50 into my pet expenses. This I only fill once a month at the beginning of the month. Today is the 1st. $50 into my household expenses. Again, once a month at the beginning of the month. $100 into gifts and giving. I did already buy Ginny's birthday present and Tiffany's birthday present, and those are the birthdays that I have this month. So I know that I'm going to have to buy flowers for a coworker, and there's something else I was just thinking I needed to buy for giving that I was just thinking about, but I can't remember what it was. So I know that I have to put money in here. Budgeting, I bought my stickers already for January because Jennifer Bleacher, where I buy my stickers for my Budget Mom Budget by Paycheck book, she had her Black Friday sale, so I did buy my stickers. I think her Black Friday sale, oh no, I think it ended yesterday. Sorry, I think you might have missed it. But I have to buy my planner cover for next year, and because I do print her book, I print the Budget Mom's book, and I need a new cover for next year. So I need to buy that planner cover because I plan to work on my 2024 setup for next year this weekend. I plan to do that this weekend. And I have one on Amazon that I need to buy, and it's about $25. So this will cover me for that. Reimbursable, I did cover out of my last week's check so that I could get rent all figured out. So that is it for my variable throughout the month expenses, and then sinking funds, and that will take like all of this money. So let's go to sinking funds, and that will be, I call them, they're in a couple of different categories. Once a month is my bills, credit cards are my credit cards, surprise expenses, healthcare, this is my HSA. I don't put anything in here. It like comes out of my paycheck automatically. Tip, this is if I need to help out my niece. My niece is Tiffany. I call her Tippy. Stuff I forgot to budget for. I put $20 in here every month. This is just for miscellaneous. Car maintenance, I am going to put this out of next week's paycheck just because I didn't roll over quite as much as I was wanting to. Clothing gets $25 every month. Vacation, I'm not putting anything in it this week. That'll get next week. Passport renewal, that gets $1.77 every month. Just when I have to renew my passport in a few years, I'll have $150 saved toward it. Power Suite, this is for the editing software that I use. This is, what is it, $9.59 every month I save toward that. So if you're not familiar with sinking funds, which I know most people are, but just in case you're not, if you're new to budgeting, because I know this is the time of year a lot of people start looking into getting into budgeting, this is where you set aside so much every month so that when you have a bill come due, you have that money set aside and you're ready to pay it. So this is my editing software that I use for making these videos. And it is, what is the total? In October, I'm going to have to pay about $115. It's like $99 plus tax. So it's $115. Um, and so every month I put $9.59 away. So in October, I don't have to try to come up with $115 out of the blue. I've already set it aside. I only have to save less than $10 a month, and then I'm ready to go in October. It's much easier. And then once I figured that out, when I started budgeting, I was like, oh, that's so much better. Costco this is for my Costco membership. $5.55 is what I have to save. Car registration, this is for my registration and inspection. Again, these were all due in October. $8.34. Holiday giving, I am done. I was thinking last night that I might buy just like a couple more little things for the boys next door. My neighbor has a couple of little boys. I'm not planning on buying anything else. So if I don't, um, this might either go toward the holiday meal because Nathan's family is coming in. Um, if I run out of grocery money, which I don't think I will, but if I do, because groceries are expensive, y'all. Groceries are expensive. Like they've been expensive, but they're getting ridiculous. Um, and or it'll just go toward next year's Christmas. Find Me Gluten Free. This is an app I use because I have celiac. And so I put $1.84 away every month for that. YNAB will be out of next paycheck. What am I missing? I feel like I have way too much money left over. Oh, mom's utilities. Mom's utility is supposed to be $100, which means I put extra money somewhere because I don't have enough for mom's utilities. So let me undo Find Me Gluten Free. Okay, mom's utilities. I'll do Find Me Gluten Free next week. And I'll go do mom's utilities right now, which I think I have up with my bills. I do. It's right here. Mom's utilities. That's mom's phone. Where's mom's utilities? I'm putting $100 into mom's utilities, and that's it. Yeah. See, I told you it was almost exactly almost exactly perfectly what I needed to roll over for this week. So 32 cents is what I have left over to roll into week 2, which means when you come back next Friday, hopefully I will be less chaotic. I will be more prepared for you, and you can watch me budget my next paycheck and 32 cents on top of it for week 2's budget of December. Okay, y'all. I have 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes before I have to be to work. Happy Friday. Happy December. I hope y'all are having a fantastic day. You have a great weekend planned, that you are ready to, are you done with your shopping? Are you getting started on your shopping? How are you doing? And, all right. That's all I have. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out and let me know how you're doing on your budgets. Are you just getting started on a budget? Are you doing a new one? Are you like old hat at this and you've got all the tips? If you've got tips, leave them for me. I'm going to be following up on comments this weekend. I love you. I appreciate all of you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.